Because the biggest joy, the biggest change, the biggest shifts in my life have come when I stopped focusing on what big man in the CEO C-suite chair wanted from me, and I focused on what I wanted from me and how I could support others in that process. I get to look out my window, sitting on my sofa, looking at my plants and my art, and knowing that like I did this. These are my things. I started with nothing 2.5 years ago. Not even a bed. I slept my first night in my new apartment after my breakup. I slept on comforters. And I didn't even have my dogs because we were co-parenting at the time. So yeah, to be here 2 years later, like anyone who wants to come at me with you don't know what it's like, or you don't, you've got it all together, and that I am somehow doing this for any reason other than so other women don't have to experience it the way that I did, then I will continue to do that. You can step out the door, you can hit unfollow, you can never talk to me again, because I am so sure that this is my path, and that the women and men that are meant to see this and that are meant to know that they are exactly who they need to be, even if they're falling apart, and that there are people out there like myself that are willing to support them and love them through that transition, great. Because transformation happens in the gap. Transformation happens in the part that we don't actually want to be a part of. When your ego says, I can't do change, there has to be a moment where your inner world and your outer world no longer align, and the pushback is what causes the dissolution. And I lived in that push, in that pull of who I desired to be, who I knew I was meant to be, and the 30 years of who I was told I should be. And do I have really low days like a couple days ago? And it felt, yeah, did I? No. I actually allowed myself to be held by a friend and to be supported and to be cared for in a way that I actually had not experienced in my adult life before. And I just want to say that that's possible for you too. Wherever you are and whatever stage of life you're in, that is 100% possible for you too. I am proof of that, and I will continue to share my story because I am the proof of that message. So I will be sharing gentle invitations to work with me. I am so sure that this is my path. I'm so sure on the goodness on the other side of it that I will never not share the invitations to continue this work.